Hey guys, and welcome to another World of Tanks gameplay video. Tonight I am playing my IS-7. It's been a long time since I've made a video about my IS-7, and I think it's the very first IS-7 video with commentary that I ever make, or that I ever made. And we're on the south side of Widepark, which is a map that I don't particularly enjoy playing. At least with heavies, it's a bit better. It's really a heavy map because it's so small and it's very. There's a lot of buildings. A good amount of HP and armor will be very useful here. What I'm gonna position I'm going to is F0 G0, that whole eastern train track. Usually in where I go on this map entirely depends on what tank I am in. With American vehicles, I usually go. Or with heavies and mediums at least, I usually go to E6, E5, that whole middle thing where if you know how to, then you can shoot sideways over the tracks with your gun depression without too much risk of getting damaged yourself. But with a Russian tank, especially an IS-7, I would be absolutely useless there because it has no gun depression, and all you can do there is getting shot without doing any damage. So I'm going to the most flat part of the map, which is here. I don't usually go to the 2-line or the 1-line because it's too head-on. It's too there's not much room for maneuvering, and winning there entirely depends on just numbers, the amount of tanks you have there compared to the enemy. And I like my maneuverability and to do, you know, to play a bit less straightforward, you know. I don't like just attacking head on. And here I'm perfectly in the flank of those tanks. I got an unlucky bounce on that IS-7, and here I somehow missed that IS-4. Shot must have gone underneath his tank, which is really annoying. The IS-7, of course, is a brawler tank. Its only use is brawling up close. You can't snipe with it. It's not accurate enough. Also, the pen is not accurate enough to damage high tier enemy tanks from long distance, in the front at least. Which is you know, what I'm doing right now. I'm really sniping, which is not a good thing. But at the moment, there isn't much else I can do here. Or at least I'm doing a bit of damage. And I'm keeping these heavies here busy, so that my heavies here behind me in F0 can move up this flank and get into those heavies in front of me, their flank. I'm trying to shoot the IS-7's third weak spot, which is of course completely. You would need a hell of a lot of luck to penetrate him there from this distance. And you can see I'm running out of AP shells. As I've told before, in my heavies I usually carry 50-50 AP HE. I mean 50-50 AP and premium shells, APCR in this case. And in an IS-7 I usually, I mean 12 shells isn't that much, but in an IS-7 12 shells usually gets me more than through a random battle. But here I'm quickly running out of shells, and I'm thinking at this point it's lost. I mean, our tanks are dying left, right, and center. The enemy has got the majority of the map under control. I'm not gonna be careful about my shells. I'm not expecting to win this battle or to survive this battle even at this point. And here you can see I was waiting for the enemy to turn their turrets towards that IS-7. Giving me time to poke out and get a shot off, and here I'm now engaging that IS-4, trying to save our IS-7. You see this guy is now focused onto me, which is good. At the same time I wanna bounce his shells. The IS-7 doesn't have very thick armor, but it's very bouncy. You really need to know where to shoot, and even then, if without premium shells, it's really bouncy. It's got that sloped V-shaped frontal armor and spaced side armor, which it really works. It's really decent armor. I'm still trying to keep this IS-7 alive. This is what the IS-7 is good at. Those last 2 minutes, just close up brawling, close combat. That's how you're supposed to use IS-7s. Just use them as a blunt weapon. Just getting close and shoot stuff. It's very simple.
One of our tracks is damaged. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
The T-21 was at that point my priority target because it's very fast and on low health. I don't want to be I don't want to have an enemy scout running around
The engine is smoking.
the map, because even on even though it's much lower tier than me, if he knows where to shoot, he can easily finish me off with the amount of health that I have left. And here I'm trying to keep that IS-8 between me and that T-34 rig. I don't want to allow him to use his maneuverability because my engine is dead. There is nothing I can outmaneuver at this point, not even a T-95. And also that Tiger 2 was behind me, but Tiger 2 has a small 88, so I wasn't a one hit for him. I was a one hit for the IS-8, so I was focusing my shielding on him, and then if I would take a shot in the back from Tiger 2, then that would be less work. That would be better, less bad. Okay, notifying my remaining teammate that my engine is dead, so that I can't move around the map quickly. And all I can do now is hope that the E-75 has a good amount of health left and will be able to take on that heavy guy, that IS-3. And I spot that IS-7, and I'm just gonna. He knows now where I am, and I'm just gonna try to outluck him. I know he was aiming on me before me, but I've got an APCR shell. I had an APCR shell loaded, so I less chance of bouncing, even if I don't hit a weak spot. And at this point, I know that I cannot sit still. The enemy has more tanks left. I know that RT is somewhere on the 1-9 because he hit me from there a couple minutes ago. And so I cannot sit still and wait for the enemy to come, not with the amount of health that I have left. So I'm doing, at this point, what the enemy probably least expect. Is I'm going on the offensive and I'm going to hunt them down instead of being the prey myself. And I'm asking the team where the enemy T-95 is. He hit me hard in the back a while back, so I know he was roughly somewhere in the middle about a couple minutes ago. And that's also the only information that my team can provide at the moment. But I do know that that RT is somewhere here on the 1-9, and I'm expecting him to be right around this corner. And if he's smart, he'll be aiming for me. But I'm hoping he's not smart, and he isn't. But of course I get a low roll. I don't want to hit him. Luckily he misses me as well, he just tracks me, but I cannot reload faster than he can run away. So I'm just falling back again. Hoping to not get shot in the right flank from the T-95. Which I'm expecting is still somewhere there. And I'm waiting for the E-75 to engage that RT so that we can do a classic pincer maneuver. One from the back and one from the front. And that RT has no way he can run away. He's got nowhere to go to.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And here I'm thinking I should have maybe saved my AP shells and used HE on that RT, but I don't entirely trust HE on RT. Sometimes it depends. You do full damage, but more often than not, actually, it seems to bound. It seems to not penetrate the RT, making it a low roll, and then that RT being a one hit for him, he just needed to die as fast as possible. And apparently, I'm not that good, according to the enemy. I hear that a lot, and it's actually never from good players. If it's a good player, if I'm having a bad match, then yeah, I'm like, okay, I made mistakes, bounced shots that I shouldn't have bounced, etc. But it's always these idiots with your typical 47% win rate who always knows it better
Penetration.
and who calls you a noob even though you're doing top XP, top damage of the whole team. I'm always the noob apparently. I'm hitting, yeah, some miraculous way I managed to miss that T95. I'm trying to aim for the top part of his engine, of that back, because that's where his engine is. I'm trying to penetrate his engine and set him on fire. But you can see there I penetrated him with a high explosive shot, doing 630 damage, which I wasn't expecting. That was a really lucky shot. Apparently he's AFK. The reason I didn't run in the open right away is because, if he comes back while I'm in the open, I'm dead. He can turn around fast enough and I'm just absolutely dead. Anyway, it was a good battle for me. Probably the only good battle I've had all day. 4010 double XP, Top Gun, Master Gunner. I got 1337 clean XP, which is quite a coincidence. Nice when things work out. And 8.3k damage. And for the first time ever, I think that I've run out of ammo in my IS-7, so it's definitely a good battle, although I did make some mistakes. And you can see down on the right, there's this new tool, the new some mod I have, which shows your performance over, since you started the game. So I did, at this point I won 2 out of 4 games, and I've got an average total XP, an average XP of 1093 per battle, and really handy mod. And I'll hope you guys you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.